listening.
Welcome back, my friends, to another video of our Fallen God campaign for SpellForce 3, and today we'll have a more chill video. We're not gonna have any battles or go anywhere else. We'll just stay here and finish up on conversations with the rest of the tribe members. We have quite a lot of conversations. These trolls talk a lot, so
What next?
let's see. Zazka, any conversations?
By Mugwa's sparkling udders, the chieftain deems the small tusk worthy of a conversation. How can Zazka help? Is being less of a fool mouth a possibility? Afraid not. That sickness is as incurable as the rot. Now, say, what is on his mind?
Guess that was pretty funny.
Akrog just wanted to see how Zazka is feeling. Hungry, annoyed, and ugly. A perfectly normal day then, right?
Yep. Okay, so I had a poll. It's still running. It's gonna run for the whole campaign. You guys can vote on the channel. And yeah, basically you guys, just like me, want to play a more aggressive playstyle on this campaign, so I will try and make Noag a bit more savage, which is a change from my first campaign. That even changes the ending and some stuff from the campaign. So that will be a bit more interesting for me, so I just don't do the same thing I did. But also makes the trolls a bit more aggressive, as they should in SpellForce lore. There's only so much you can do to make them lore accurate, and I'll try, but there's not much we can do. So in this map, in this video, I can't avoid having way too much dialogue. There's a lot of people to talk to, well, trolls to talk to. So let's just let's just do it on this video. So this video will just be dialogue. I'm just warning you in advance if you don't enjoy it.
Zazka seems to put a lot of trust into the stranger's plan. Zazka does? That is the first time he heard that. Well, he proposed the plan, no? That is right. But that means not that Zazka blindly trusts the stranger and the cub. Thing is, if a troll is drowning in beak shit, then he would be a fool to refuse a helping hand only because it has blisters, no? That is a strange comparison. Even a master hunter sometimes misses a throw. Look, the point is, the Moonkin have run out of options, as much as old Grungwar refuses to admit it. Zazka is curious about this cub, and this temple, that is true. But he is as nervous about all this as Trusted One is. All right then. Zazka seems to like this place, no? Akrog has seen him admire it. Well, admire is a big word. But it is true. He cannot help but respect brittlebone craftsmanship. Imagine what it takes to build a place like this. And here the Moonkin are, slapping their crude shelters onto the stone. It is like sprinkling shit onto a masterful totem.
Quite the introspection for a troll. I don't even know what I will say here. Yep.
It is a pile of stone with pretty carvings. Akrog would choose the wilderness over this anytime. Well, Zazka loves the wilderness too. Akrog knows that. But still, if a horde of hunters are coming, Zazka would choose a big brittlebone wall over a tree. But worry not. Zazka wants not to stay here forever. The home of the Moonkin is out there, in the jungles and the swamps, not up on a mountain. Very true. So, Zazka, tell him, how is it being the chieftain's trusted one? Oh, it is everything Zazka dreamed it would be. The honor, the excitement, all those Moonkin does clamoring for Zazka's attention. Good to hear. Tusks, would Zazka have thought that Akrog would be chieftain one day? Honest answer, he did. Truly? How so? Because Akrog was the only one who took a stand for Zazka when the other cubs shunned him. Zazka makes it sound as though Akrog did that without batting an eyelid. It took him moons to step up. But he did, and Zazka will never forget it. Zazka is no elder, But if he has learned one thing, then it is that most kin are twigs in the wind. They bend in whichever direction it blows. Had the Chrome Trolls not approved of the cubs shunning Zazka, they would not have done it. They just did what everyone else did. Because defying the wind takes strength. In that way, Zazka even has a bit of admiration for Nerbok. He would hate Zazka, even if everyone else accepted him. He is an insufferable rot tusk, but at least he has a spine, as does Akrog.
Zazka makes it sound as though only Akrog helped Zazka, and not the other way around. When Akrog got trapped in that cave, Zazka
helped him out of there. It is true, but it is not the same. It is easy being the trusted one of someone who is more respected. The other way around is what takes courage. So, no. Zazka was not surprised Narjak chose Akrog as chieftain. Akrog always had it in him, and Zazka saw that, just like Narjak did.
And here they are.
And here they are.
Okay, so... yeah, let's go enough with the sweet words.
All right, enough of the sweet words.
Zazka was just about to say the same thing. They have a god to revive.
Yeah.
This may sound odd, but Akrog just wanted to tell him he is sorry about all those kin who shun Zazka. They are fools.
Anything else?
Said Akrog anything wrong?
No. Just nothing new. Seriously, Akrog. How often have they had this talk? Zazka gives not a beak shit about those fools. So let them foul talk and sneer all they want.
Alright then, let's go with that.
Alright, if Zazka says so.
He does. But he appreciates the concern. Alright?
Akrog has to go.
Zazka will not stop him.
A bit of a funny thing, an interesting one from Fallen God, is that you actually get an achievement for skipping all the dialogue. Maybe one day I'll do it. But for YouTube purposes, I will not do it. Just so we can have a... For those of you who will not play this campaign, you can always enjoy it here. So I will not skip that much dialogue. Let's talk with Grungwar.
What is this? Grungwar wished to speak to Akrog.
Right. It is... it feels a bit silly, but it is about the bloom Grungwar took. Magwa's tear.
The one he wanted to plant in the tribe camp to last.
It is true. To be short, Grungwar thought Magwa's power in that bloom would be stronger. Grungwar fears it is dying.
Mighty Mugwa cannot even keep a plant alive. How impressive.
Grungwar believes there is something that can keep it alive, though. Crushed bone. If the Moonkin could keep an eye out for bones on their journey, Grungwar would be grateful.
Akrog knows Mugwa's tears are sacred, but he understands not why this bloom is so important to Grungwar. It is just a plant.
Grungwar... never mind. It was a foolish idea, and Grungwar should not waste the chieftain's time. Forgive him.
Just speak true, Grungwar. What is it?
It is... Grungwar is not who he used to be anymore, chieftain. There are times when he wakes and wonders whose hide this is. 40 years ago, he could crush 3 brittle bones with one strike of his fist. Now, there are days when he can barely remember how to make his hexes anymore. He is not useless yet, but he knows that one day he will be. He has not Narjak's firstborn blood, so he will not live forever. And this day, it gives Grungwar dark thoughts. He wants not to be, well, a burden.
Oh no. So moving. Zazka's eyes are all wet.
Cut it out, trusted one. Now.
Come on. If it was up to Old Fur, Zazka would not even be alive anymore.
This is not true. Grungwar is a powerful warrior still.
He is not. Trusted one Nerbok is, but Grungwar is not. Every hex is harder than the last. Every strike is... why is he saying all this? The chieftain has other troubles.
How old is Grungwar?
He counted the years not. But when he was a cub, Chieftain Noag was still a cub too.
Akrog understands. But what have the tears to do with this?
It is hard to explain. But when this old hide fails at last and Magua takes Grungwar into the moonlit river, he would like to think that something of him remains with the tribe.
Like a grove of Magwa's tears.
A foolish thought, but it is true.
Fine. They will keep an eye out.
Grungwar thanks the chieftain. He truly does.
It is fine. Now come. They have much to do.
Now, let's talk with Noag.
Everything all right, little blood?
Oh, it nothing. No, I just think a lot, but he not find answer.
Well then, tell Akrog. Maybe he can help.
All right, if Big Blood say it about the hunters, Noag understand not why they kill Moonkin. They know Moonkin, though. They know they have trusted ones, sires. Why they so bad?
I do love Noag, but this nature of the trolls in SpellForce doesn't make much sense to me when I played SpellForce 1 and they were absolute savages. But again, I get some people enjoy them, so I won't criticize it too much. Okay. I don't think this will affect Noag's personality much. Selfish and greedy, well. Well, again, elves chasing them doesn't make much sense either. I wonder, which one of these should we pick? Let's go with this.
Akrog is not sure. Bad is the right word for it. They are unable to see past the borders of their own tribe, their own race, and so they think trolls are animals. It is always like that.
Well, not that one. I didn't want to do that. I want him to be a bit more independent, not rely on the tribe too much. We'll try and improve his guidance.
That's so sad. Big Blood want else?
Okay.
What should he do?
I think we should have more choices to make him a bit more... Well, rely less on the tribe.
Akrog wonders, did Little Blood ever think about what he wants to be when he is older?
Wants be?
He will have to choose a role when he cusps. It is still a few dozen moons off, but not that long. Has Noag ever thought about that?
Sometimes it is true. Noag think he want to be an eye.
An eye? Why is that?
No, it just... Sire Noag like to hunt, no? Noag want to... well...
Honor him.
But that not all. He also just like it. Leaves, trees, wind, air. It make Noag happy. Also, he can see much this way.
Interesting. Akrog always thought Noag would want to be a tamer or a healer like Crumb. He spends so much time with him and the Beaks. What is funny?
Oh, just Noag wanted to be a tamer once. He even tell Crumple, and Crumple show him beak to show taming. It no go well.
What happened?
Well, Crumple tell Noag to hold beak gently, but Noag strong and, well...
The beak died?
No. It just go squish a bit and fly away. But Noag no want to be a tamer after that. He not want to hurt beaks.
Maybe Little Blood just needs practice.
Maybe, but... No Noag be I. He go climb mountains and trees and hunt boars, then eat at night.
All right then. Noag's cusping is still a while off anyway.
Quite the gentle troll.
How feels Little Blood? Anything troubling him?
Oh, just same as always.
And what is that?
Just dark thoughts. About tribe, about cub, about rot. Kin like Noag because he's so strong. But he worry he cannot shield them like he could not shield Sire. Sometimes he feel... what the word? Useless.
Little Blood is not useless. Not at all.
Big Blood only say that because they same blood.
No, Akrog does not. If Little Blood were useless, would Akrog take him with them wherever they travel? He is one of the finest warriors the Moonkin ever had. And that before he is even old enough to hunt.
Big Blood mean that?
It is true.
Maybe he right then.
Alright then.
That is all for now. Let them march on.
There it is. Okay, so
He is going.
we're almost at 20 minutes and it's just dialogue with our party members. It's gonna take us a while, but we should have the time for it. That way we can just move on with the story.
Chieftain Akrog?
He asked Akrog to look out for traces of the sacred seal and the masked goddess. Akrog found something.
Let me take a look. Very interesting. Keep them coming, Chieftain.
Akrog will see what he can find. Zazka told Akrog that the stranger spoke to Zazka first. Is that true? If so, how learned the stranger of the Moonkin and their troubles?
Well, actually, that was coincidence. I was exploring near your tribe camp by Mugwar's cradle, and I overheard a conversation between an eye of the tribe and your friend. They were having some sort of heated discussion about the best way to deal with the hunters.
So the stranger... what? He just decided to walk up to Zazka and offer his help? A dark elf to a troll?
You make it sound rather simple. I did think this through, of course, but yes, in essence, I just walked up to him and offered my help.
It is true, Akrog. That is how it was.
It sounds rather... simple.
In a way, it was.
Okay, let me just, before I forget about it, I know we have, yeah, the Hierophant's trinket.
Noag ready.
I want to equip it.
What is needed of him?
Let's save those torches, we'll need them, I think. Yeah, I think we are set for now. Nothing else we can do here. We can always buy more equipment.
Where comes the stranger from?
Nowhere you have heard of, I'm sure.
Well, tell Akrog nonetheless. From what the stranger has said, Akrog has come to believe he is not from Urgeth. So why must he wear a mask, even here, so far from whatever his home is?
Because physical distance means nothing to my enemies. I cannot afford to make the mistake of thinking I am safe, even in this gloomy place.
Who are these enemies?
Believe me, the less you know about me and my past, the better.
The stranger is not making it very easy for Akrog to trust him.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I've said all I can.
There is one thing Akrog cannot stop thinking about. How certain is the stranger that the field dog will help the Moonkin?
Oh, the big question. What would you have me say? That I am completely confident we'll be able to strike a pact with the creature? I won't lie to you, I'm not. We're talking about a demigod known for its massive powers of destruction, not its generosity of spirit.
So the Moonkin must simply hope for the best. Is that what he is saying?
More or less. But how does your kind say, let's cross that swamp when we get to it?
It still hurts not to be prepared.
Yeah, I would not like to... Well, he is a Dark Elf, so... I guess the Fjeldar would control him too. Or even if he didn't want to be controlled, I don't think there's much he could do.
Has the stranger learned anything new about the Sacred Seal?
About what in particular? The Order or the Temple?
Let's go with the temple.
The Temple? What knows the stranger about it?
Not that much, I'm afraid. Mainly that it is quite typical of the Hibernian style. And that while it may be dressed up as a temple, it is really a fortress. A prison.
What might have happened to the Brittlebones in this temple? The ones from the other temples died.
I'm not certain, but it's unlikely that they simply walked out of the front gate. No member of the Sacred Seal was the type to give up when things became difficult, and the punishments for disobedience within their ranks were severe. Judging from all these human remains, I'm not sure if any of them managed to leave at all.
That is true. There are bones everywhere.
Indeed. But whatever happened here, I can tell you that it was not recent. No living creature has disturbed this dust for several centuries.
If the Sacred Seal priests have been gone so long, why has the field dog not already made itself whole again?
I'm quite certain that is because it can't.
Ugruk has a question for the stranger. Why choose the Moonkin to help bring back the field dog, when any strong creatures could protect him?
Oh, doubtless they could, but would they be as motivated as a tribe of trolls facing extinction? That motivation gives you strength that other creatures simply do not possess.
Well, doesn't hurt that they're trolls, and they're huge. Okay, let's go with... Well, yeah, let's go with 2. Or, yeah, 1 is also a good point. Other races could use magic with much more effectiveness, but again, probably would distrust him a lot more.
Well, maybe, but there are other races who know far more about hexes and the like. The stranger's own kin, for example.
Now you're doing your kind a disservice, Chieftain. You and many of your fellow trolls are just as clever as the average dwarf or human.
Yeah, right.
Also, I didn't primarily choose you for your knowledge. I bring that part to the table.
Just as smart as a human. Yeah, right.
Alright, that is it for now. Sharp tusks and thick hide, or however Brittlebones say.
Farewell is a classic.
Right, okay. So, 20 minutes just to talk with 4 characters. Okay, we have Anug over here, but I think I'll start up here. Then we can come down and talk with everyone else.
They have options. Well, speaking of Zarak,
Okay, we'll go back there. I don't think there's any loot around here. Nope. I wish we would speak more about Zaramak, but no. They just insist on Mugwa.
let Zazka get a proper look.
Ugruk is happy to see Krazek is awake at last. How is he feeling?
Krazek feels weak, but he hopes the rest did him good.
Ugruk hopes so too. How long has Krazek been afflicted?
Krazek remembers not.
Rorak remembers. It is almost a moon since this old fool started to weaken.
And this grumpy foul tusk has been at Krazek's side ever since.
Krazek is blessed to have such a great friend.
Blessed or cursed.
Take it easy now. Save his strength for getting well. and for being a thorn in Korag's side.
The cursed blood rot. Akrog wishes he could destroy it.
Chieftain is the Moonkins' leader, not their healer. Krazek feels better knowing the tribe has a strong leader again. A bit better, anyway.
The blood rot must be beaten. Somehow. Grorag, the Moonkin needs Krazek back.
Akrog will do what he can to find a remedy. Akrog will not stand by and watch the Moonkin be destroyed.
If the chieftain could find it soon, that would be very nice.
Typical Krazek. Brave in battle and brave in sickness. Is Krazek in a lot of pain?
Krazek has been through worse, chieftain.
That is not what he said to Grorag this morning. Krazek needs not pretend to chieftain. He has been moaning and groaning for so long that Grorag told him to hurry up and get better or die, so Grorag's ears can have some peace.
Grorag always knows what Krazek needs to hear. But it was the same when Grorag nearly lost an arm, thanks to a pesky greenskin. He went on and on and on about it.
And Krazek knew how to cheer Grorag up. Gave Grorag the Greenskin's head on a pike. Grorag would kill the blood rot if he could.
So would Akrog. And maybe he can, if Magua is willing. It is good to see him, and Grorag too. Akrog is not surprised to see Grorag here in Krazek's time of need.
Krazek has been trying to get rid of him for days. Pretended to die once, but Grorag caught Krazek sneezing and punched him in the arm.
Pretended to die? Grorag was not convinced by that sorry act. Good excuse to punch Krazek, though.
Akrog is not sure what a healer would say about hitting the sick.
Has any troll a better idea? A bit of violence might be the cure. Grorag will keep trying, just in case.
Yeah, well,
Sharp tusks and thick hide, until Akrog meets them again.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, chieftain.
you could all just hit yourselves. Hit each other and try and heal. Here, have some relief. Maybe that's what the Moonkin need. Less dialogue and more punching. They'll get healed.
What is the trusted one crumple, no to play songbone?
Learn is more like it, trusted one, Noag. Crumb still has a long way to go.
Oh, but it's so nice. Noag like a lot. He'll come listen often from now.
Okay, I think if we say nothing, it's good, and he will... It's more gentle, so he will value the tribe. But if we say for him, it's important for him to become stronger, he will become a bit more savage, and that's what we want.
Noag should use his time to get stronger, not listen to songs.
Oh, of course. Oh, come on, trusted one. No harm in giving the cub a break.
Zazka speaks true. Even the best warriors need time to breathe.
Krazek told Crumb Akrog found another part of Zarak's cub. Is that true?
It is. They will tell Crumb more later. How are the wounded and the rotted faring? It was a long march up the mountain.
It is good of the chieftain to ask. Not so good. Crumb meant to speak to him about this. The long march through the jungle, the attack of the Tusk Hunters, the lack of food. Things are not looking good, chieftain. They need something, or kin will start dying by the dozen. But Crumb has been thinking, and he has a plan. Life grass.
The blessed herb? But it has died out.
Crumb thought so too, but a while ago, he heard rumors of a tribe in the desert called the Red Meadow. Apparently they guard a shrine, not so unlike Magwa's cradle, and life grass grows around it. Crumb sent a beak to make sure this tribe in the desert exists, and there is indeed a grove of red grass. As to what this grass is, and whether the tribe there are enemies or friends, Crumb knows not. Please, Chieftain, the tribe cannot suffer more losses. Take a pack of warriors and go there. If there is life grass, it will save many lives. If not, at least the Moonkin tried.
Grungwar is the best hexer of the tribe. Can he not do something for the wounded?
For one or two kin, perhaps. But all of them? No. If Grungwar were that powerful, he would have cured the rot long ago.
Life grass. Ugruk has heard of it. What is it?
It is a healing herb blessed by Magwa that can cure even the deepest of wounds.
Like Magwa tears?
No, less powerful and different. The hex power in Magwa's tears cannot be used to heal because a troll's flesh is too weak to handle it. The life grass only has a little bit of Magwa's power. That is why the Moonkin can use it.
Ugruk sees. Perhaps the life grass could cure the rot, too.
If Crumb thought it could, he would have asked the chieftain to find the Red Meadow long ago. He will do his best, of course, but he doubts it will work.
But Crumble could heal her.
Not good enough, trusted one. Not good enough.
There are not that many troll tribes on Urgith. Has Crumb any idea who they might be?
He has not.
Neither does Grungwar. Making a tribe camp in the desert sounds like a strange and foolish thing for trolls to do.
Grungwar speaks true.
And no mention of the Ugruk trolls, which is a real shame. I'm not against having more made-up names for the trolls, and having different tribes. It's always nice to have, well, side factions. But no mention, yeah, it's rough.
Even if there is life grass in this red meadow, what if the trolls who live there want not to share?
Crumb prays to Magwa, it comes not to that. But if it does, well, the chieftain needs to make a choice.
Just let them try to peace talk first. The Moonkin have lost so many, so they should not risk losing more.
All right. Ugruk will find this red meadow and see if they can get the tribe there to share their life grass. They will take Anug and a scouting pack with them, just in case there is a battle.
Crumb hopes it comes not to that. He thanks the chieftain, truly.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
What is needed
Nice.
of him? Time to move on.
It's a very dialogue-heavy video, this one. So, yeah, let's try and talk with everyone. At least we'll get our quests settled. Then we can do them all. I don't think we can do anything here until we talk to Zaramak.
Grungwar is here.
Do we have anything to talk with Ugruk here?
Ugruk is glad to see Ugruk made it here safely.
It true. Ugruk here. Ugruk help chieftain? Need some work done?
Ugruk can relax. Ugruk just wants to talk to him. There is not much work for Ugruk in this place. Ugruk will let Ugruk know if he thinks of anything.
That okay. Ugruk keep busy. Ugruk look around. So messy here. Ugruk could fix it, but he not in fixing mood.
Why not?
Ugruk always work with Zorta, but Zorta gone now, not come back.
Zorta, of course. Ugruk will make those brittle bones pay for every troll they have killed or taken.
Ugruk know they will. Brittle Bones took Zorta cause of big tusks. Left Ugruk alone. His tusks stumpy. Stumpy tusks never was good thing, but saved Ugruk's life.
Ugruk remembers Zorta's tusks. So strong and sharp. Zorta was right to be proud of them. Only Magwa knows where Zorta is now.
Ugruk thinks Zorta dead. Zorta sick when Brittlebones took him. Even if Brittlebones not kill him, Zorta die anyway. No Moonkin to help.
Ugruk might be right. Such a waste of Moonkin life. Perhaps Ugruk can help Akrog by reminding him of happier times.
That not easy. Ugruk got it. That time when Ugruk and Zorta made new shelter for Elder Grafer? Ugruk forgot to put door in it. Just stones and wood, no door.
Akrog can still see the look on Elder Grafer's face when he saw his new home. Grafer was so angry, Akrog was worried he would twist Ugruk's tusks right off.
Lucky Ugruk has stumpy tusks. Elder Grafer said he would make door using Ugruk's head, but Ugruk got away.
Ugruk fixed it though, not long after that. Elder Grafer's finished shelter was admired by all the Moonkin.
It true? Ugruk and Zorta made many shelters together. Was fun to build. All gone now. Even Zorta.
The Moonkin will find their home again, somewhere. Then Ugruk can build all the shelters the tribe needs, in honor of Zorta and every troll the Moonkin has lost. Where are the others? Akrog has barely seen them since the Moonkin came here.
Not many workers left now. So many taken by brittle bones.
Were they all victims of the Hunters?
Most were, but some just got sick and never better again. Blood rot made them weak. If Troll got hurt, even small wound, he could not fight it. One worker cut his finger chopping firewood. Few days later, dead.
Little wonder their numbers have dwindled. Akrog hopes a better time for all of them is on its way.
Ugruk wanted to be like before, was happy tribe, strong.
The tribe will be happy again. One day. It was good to talk with Ugruk. Now Akrog must go.
Ugruk here if Chieftain need him.
Again, I can't wrap my head around the trolls being so weak.
On his way.
Even with diseases and everything.
Akrog, trusted one Grungwar. Mugwa praise. Nerbok and Anug were just speaking of something. What spoke they of? The Moonkin have a problem. They are low on food, and there are almost no animals to hunt. No animals? The Blackheart jungle is right at the bottom of the mountain. It is true, Chieftain, but still. Anug's hunters come back from hunt earlier, and the only healthy game they find is 2 boar and 1 stag. All the rest is either dead or mad.
That corruption the stranger spoke of. So it spreads across the entire jungle?
Uh-huh. Whether it is the entire jungle, Anug cannot say. But as far as his eyes go. Speaking of corruption, what found Akrog behind the Hex Gate? Was there another part of the cub? It is a long story. Nerbok sees. So one dark echo for every Hex Gate, no?
It is true. The stranger is still trying to find out who the masked goddess is, but he thinks the dark echoes for Shana and Nihav are cruelty and cowardice. If the Moonkin want to open the gates, they need to find them.
Dark Echo, Hex Gates, Zarak's cub, Mugwa's tusks, all this make Anug's head spin. What are Nerbok's thoughts on this? The field dog, the echoes, and the Brittlebone Temple. It matters not what Nerbok thinks. Akrog has spoken, so Nerbok bows to him.
Nerbok.
There is nothing to say. Anug is the Eyemaster. Has he any idea where they might find cruelty? Akrog's first thought was the Bog Tusk tribe camp. There should still be corpses there. Bog Tusk tribe camp? Oh. Anug already ordered his eyes to scrap shelters there and burn the dead flesh. They is not kin, but Anug want not to leave them there.
Honorable. Then they need to look for cruelty somewhere else. Maybe
the Brittlebone village. That is what Anug and Nerbok were talking about. There is a big Brittlebone tribe camp. A village a day's march north. The Moonkin should go there, crush the Brittlebones, and take their food. Simple.
good idea. If they raid it,
They might even create some cruelty. 2 beaks fed with 1 crumb.
Right, okay. Again, quite the honorable trolls. They even went back and burned the bodies. SpellForce. Trolls probably would have just eaten them all. Okay, let's...
Are they slavers or tusk hunters?
No. Then why kill them? Because it will save the tribe from starving like dogs.
Pretty simple. Nerbok's logic.
Tell Akrog more about this village. Who are they?
Eyemaster Anug.
Well, as Nerbok say, they mine things. Rocks and metal and scrap. Besides that, they not look like warriors to Anug. Julog even say he think one of the Brittlebone gods see him, but he not attack Julog.
Scared, probably. Nerbok. Grim as always.
Hostile or not, a raid will cost Moonkin blood. Akrog wonders if there is no other way to get this food.
They can try talk.
And when has a Brittlebone ever listened to a troll? The chieftain knows what they are like. The Moonkin are just animals to them.
Grungwar knows that not. Zazka has no love for Brittlebones, but they are not all the same. Just as not all troll kind are.
Okay then. What the hell? Look at this haircut. Drews, come on. What the hell is this? Let's just pretend we didn't see that. That's even more offensive than the law changes. Okay, I think we'll rate it. You guys can leave a comment and what you guys would like me to do. I think I tried talking the last time in my first campaign. I think I'll try raiding, but we can always change that.
It sounds like a good plan. Fine. The Moonkin will raid the Brittlebone village and take their food.
Should they not at least talk to them? Maybe they are open to a peace talk.
Perhaps, but the Moonkin cannot take the risk. Akrog has spoken.
Surprising. Then let Nerbok offer his crush stick. He and a pack of his best skull crushers will take care of this.
Akrog thanks Nerbok, but he cannot accept.
Why?
Well, any one of these options is good, but I guess we chose right. Noag gets a bit more savage.
Because Akrog is the only one who can sense the dark echoes. He must be there. He, Grungwar, Zazka, and Littleblood will travel to the Brittlebone camp and find food. If too many warriors go, the Brittlebones will see them from a distance. Akrog has spoken.
Fine. Do what he must. Nerbok. Charming as a fist of beak shit on a sleeping fur.
Has Eyemaster Anug any other ideas about this other dark echo? Cowardice.
No, not right now. But he think. Oh, and before the chieftain march, he must talk to Shepherd Crumb and Master Scrapper Zaramak. It is about the wounded and the Moonkin weapons.
All right. Akrog has spoken to Crumb already, but he will speak to Zaramak too. For now, the gathering is over. What has been keeping the eyes busy lately?
The same as always, Anug would say. They take good care of the Moonkin, even if the chief did not see them. Right now, some eyes is look for greenskins and brittlebones.
Good. The tribe feels safer knowing the eyes are looking out for them. Akrog just realized he never asked. How ended Anug up as the Eyemaster of the Moonkin?
How he end up as the Eyemaster? Probably just because he is the oldest eye that still live.
It's a dangerous role, is it not?
It is, but Anug won't have no other role. It's a great honor to be the eyes of the tribe, probably one of the greatest.
Sounds like Anug is enjoying it then.
Enjoy is not the right word, but Anug know not a better one. He do what is need of the tribe of him. That is all.
Honorable enough.
Can Akrog help the eyes in any way?
Can he use one of those hexes to make more trolls? Anug can never have enough eyes, and there is so few of them now, and so many enemies.
Akrog wishes it were that easy.
Well, then there is nothing Anug can think of right now.
How are the Moonkin's food supplies looking?
Too low. Not because they is bad at look, but because there is no food to find.
Yes. That is what Akrog had heard. Have they searched the whole area?
They look everywhere. It is long time since eyes find more than one animal at a time. And the beasts is all thin and sickly or wild like demons.
The tribe cannot go on for long without the food that Eyemaster Anug's trolls provide. Akrog wishes them luck with finding as much as they can.
Luck is nice, chieftain, but it not help much.
Anug is right. Akrog hopes the tribe will soon be able to find a new home with as many creatures as they can hunt. He is trying to make that happen.
Then it is Anug who wish luck to the chieftain. And he also send out an eye or two to see what they can find.
Akrog thanks the Eyemaster. He must go.
Stay safe, chieftain.
Okay, that's it. I think we can search for hidden parts in this map. I'm not sure. Can we break this wall? I know there's some stuff you can access later. But hey, at least we are done with most of the dialogue, and it's already 46 minutes, so... Zazka wants a word, let's do it.
What is this?
Zazka has been thinking. Akrog should really put Nerbok in his place. It is clear that he respects him not as a chieftain.
The fool scolds, the wise troll acts. It is true, Nerbok has been acting strangely. But if Akrog just uses the chieftain's word, it will not change him.
What? So Akrog should dance around Nerbok's pride?
No, he should act like his sire would have, with a calm mind. Talk to him once the Moonkin have found their new tribe camp, from troll to troll. Grungwar is sure there is a way to convince him.
Akrog will think about it.
Zazka is listening.
Well, we can talk to him, but we'll do it later. I want to talk to... where is he? There. Julog.
Ready for action.
He should unlock the... beaks over here?
Cursed, rotten, tuskless piece of rock. Julog wishes Mugwa would smash it with her udders.
Mugwa prays,
Oh,
Tamer
come on.
Julog, beak friend. Something the matter?
Oh, chieftain, he is, back. Julog meant no disrespect to Mugwa.
Julog must answer to Mugwa, not to Akrog.
Let them hope she was not listening at this very moment. What troubles Julog?
Oh, it is this rock. Julog thinks he heard Ironbeaks behind it, which the Moonkin could tame. But this thing just too heavy, and he cannot move it.
Looks like this would need some time and materials. Akrog will send some workers over to clear it.
He would? Oh, that is wonderful, chieftain. Julog thanks him.
What is good for the beaks and their tamers is good for the tribe. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Julog.
Sharp tusks and thick hide. Could he ask one more question? That thing on the stone slab, is that... they know...
It is Zarek's cub, it is true. The brittle bones cut him to pieces, and the Moonkin must restore him.
Julog hopes it will be kind to the Moonkin then. Just being close to that thing makes his tusks tingle.
He is not alone in this feeling. They will be careful.
Nice. So we can unlock some parts of the temple by taking care of these rubble piles. Again, one thing I do enjoy about Fallen God, besides bringing the trolls back, is the Ironbeaks. They look great. I wish they were a bit more colorful, like SpellForce 1, but hey, I'll take everything I can get.
More trouble.
Okay, let's spend some wood and some food and clear that rubble.
What next?
Blake McWinter. You always have to have a Blake McWinter in a SpellForce game. But it's not Flick, so... yeah. Let the workers finish that. Should I just talk to Zaramak first?
What can he do for the tribe?
I don't want to talk with Zaramak and then Julog starts screaming. There he goes.
No, I'm ready. What is that?
Look at them. They're amazing. Another tablet for the stranger.
Interesting. Oh, so Julog's ears tricked him not after all. Look at these beauties, chieftain. Look at them. They sound very angry. Because the Moonkin barged into their nesting place, of course. But worry not, chieftain. Just give Julog and Crumb a bit of time with them, and they will be eating the grains out of Julog's hand.
Any chance Zazka can get the bones of that hand? It would look nice around Zazka's neck.
Not funny, small tusk. Julog will not disrespect trusted.
Leave it be, Akrog. No point.
These beaks look not like normal beaks. Think Julog they will be useful in battle. Oh, surely. In truth, Crumb and Julog have been working on an idea, and these beaks might just be the right ones for it. Julog thanks the chieftain again. He thinks there are more rocks like this in the temple, maybe. He will order them cleared when the Moonkin have the materials. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Julog.
Right. So, I don't think we have that. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend all that. Just we'll unlock some loot. No, we'll gather more. Then we'll come back.
Akrog greets Julog. Ah, chieftain. What is it he needs? Akrog wondered how Julog was faring.
Ooh, that's a lot of dialogue.
These are difficult times, Julog. How are the Ironbeaks? Oh, as chieftain might have guessed, they are restless. It is hard enough to find food to fill the Moonkin's bellies, so Julog has little to give the beaks. Noag like beaks? Julog knows. Noag always liked to play with them when he was little. Not that he ever was. Are there enough tamed Ironbeaks for the needs of the tribe? The survival of the Moonkin is at stake. Enough Ironbeaks, it is true, but Julog sounds worried. Is something wrong? Well, Julog is sure it is nothing, but the tribe's strongest Ironbeak is unwell. Ever since Julog took the beaks to train out in the jungle, maybe it ate some bad carrion. Julog cannot say, but he keeps the beaks away from that area to be safe. The strongest beak. That must be hard to bear for Julog and his master. It is true. If Julog loses this Ironbeak, it'll be more painful than the strike of a poisoned dagger. But Julog should know better and not get attached to the beaks. Julog is still learning. It is true. Julog should know better. Do what he can to keep the beak strong and on the side of the Moonkin. Crumb will guide him. It shall be done, chieftain. Akrog has been meaning to tell Julog how impressed he is with his efforts to tame the Moonkin's Ironbeaks. Chieftain is kind to say so, but the job has its challenges, and Julog still makes some mistakes. It is not a simple task for an apprentice. Julog should be proud of his progress. It is true. The task is hard, and Julog is proud. Ironbeaks are noble creatures. Has Chieftain ever heard the tale of Zag, the winged destroyer of Urgath? Akrog thinks not. What is this tale? Zag was the mightiest Ironbeak ever seen in Urgath, many times the size of the tribe's other beaks. Zag filled the hearts of all enemies with fear. In one battle, Zag chased a host of green-skin raiders deep into the swamps. They did not leave the swamps again. All that was left was the skull of the greatest greenskin. Zag carried it out of the mists. Akrog knew not that Ironbeaks could be so large or so clever. Zag must have been a great foe. It is true. The tale of Zag is the reason Julog wanted to help train the beaks. If only Julog could hatch an Ironbeak like Zag one day. The Moonkin would need fear no greenskin or brittlebone.
I gotta say, a huge Ironbeak would be amazing.
Spending all day with Ironbeaks needs much bravery and patience. Has Julog ever heard what happened when Akrog tried to help Crumb tame a beak?
Julog has heard the tale. One of Crumb's beaks wanted to be friends with the chieftain when he was a cub, but he did not like how the beak showed its affection, no? Such sharp talons. Very sharp. Knows the chieftain what it really takes to become a tamer of the Ironbeaks? Huh? A thick hide. And Julog has many scars already. Oh, it will not be long before Julog has more scars than hide. It takes patience to tame each beak, but it is worth the pain when Julog finally sends a tamed beak on a Moonkin mission. And they always return to Julog when he calls? There is a moment, just before the beak lands on Julog's arm, when Julog thinks it will not stop, or might even attack Julog. A small moment, every time, but then the beak lands, ready for its orders. Julog feels fortunate to have their trust. Is Crumb a fair master to Julog? Akrog knows the bond between apprentice and master is not always simple. Fair? Crumb is the fairest of all masters. Julog learns much from him and hopes to learn much more in the time to come.
Crumb, good teacher. Always nice to Noag.
Noag is right. Crumb is nice to Julog too. The Moonkin is blessed to have a master tamer like Crumb. The chieftain speaks the truth. It cheers Akrog to see the beaks flying. Is Julog cheered by them too? It is true. But then Julog has always found joy in nature. Talag used to call Julog beak bones. Talag. He was Julog's trusted one. He was. It seems like a long time since Julog lost him to the hunters. Julog wishes to tell the chieftain that the pain of losing a trusted one is not forever. But that would be a lie. Tell Akrog more about Talag. Gladly. Telling stories of Talag gives him life again, if only for a moment. Talag and Julog grew up together, played together, exploring everywhere, from the stinking swamps to the tops of mountains. Talag always took risks, climbed trees, jumped off high rocks. Julog had his head in the leaves, or the grass instead, looking for creatures. That sounds like Julog. He looked out for beaks too? It is true. Julog also looked to the sky. But when it was time to find our places within the Moonkin, Talag thought Julog would be a warrior like him. Talag was hurt when Julog chose another path. Was Julog not tempted to learn to fight? Only because Julog wanted to stay with Talag. But Julog did not want to kill. Or be killed. And Talag understood not. Talag was sad, but he understood Julog well enough. He never made Julog feel bad for choosing the peaceful path. Only Julog made Julog feel bad.
The peaceful path for a troll. That's it first.
Well then, Akrog must go. The blood for the tribe and the tribe for the blood. Thick hide and sharp tusks, chieftain.
Yep. Okay, so we're almost at an hour, but once we get all this dialogue out of the way, we can start with the story. And it's a lot of characters. Again, any other race and this would not have bothered me so much, but the trolls are supposed to be a bit stupid and emotionless. And these trolls have a lot of emotion. Should I talk to Nerbok or Zaramak?
Akrog is listening.
Let's go with Zaramak first.
Chieftain Magua prays. Good of him to combine. He means come by, no?
Same thing. Anyway, Zaramak means speak to Chieftain. He remember Cart Crumb speak of during Chainer battle? Chieftain hardly put much in there. Stone, wood, food. Zaramak disappointed.
They needed it all for the battle.
That all right, but still Zaramak could have used to make tribes stronger. For next battle, Chieftain put things in cart, then tell Zaramak in tribe camp what he want to do with it. Everyone happy.
All right. You will see what they can spare. Anug said Zaramak wanted to talk about the Moonkin's weapons too.
It true. Zaramak shame to say, but he think Moonkin need better weapons. They just not good enough.
Why would the Moonkin need new weapons? Troll weapons are powerful.
True, but only because arm that swing them is strong. Zaramak have no love for brittle bones, but Chieftain must say brittle bone weapons good, very good, better than trolls.
Painful to hear, but true. What wants Zaramak to do?
So, Zaramak think they should make weapons as good as brittle bone if they want survive. Problem, Zaramak cannot make them, so they need to find second scrapper who can.
Would Zaramak not mind having a second scrapper in the tribe? One who is better at shaping weapons than him?
If he be honest, no, he like not. But he also know good of tribe bigger than good of single troll.
Strong word. Big Blood always say the same thing.
Then Big Blood very wise.
Zaramak made Akrog a crush stick not long ago, and it crushes very well.
And Zaramak happy to hear, but who say it cannot work better?
The tribe has enough mouths to feed. Can Zaramak not learn to shape weapons the Brittlebone way too?
Zaramak wish he could, but no. It not that Brittlebone's smarter, it because Brittlebone shaping hard to learn. It take years. It is a fart, as Brittlebone elders say.
Arts. Zaramak means arts.
Ah, same thing.
Right. For a troll, that would be. Okay, so can we start upgrading stuff? No. Still no. Okay. Quite a lot of rubble we can use later.
But where can they find such a scrapper? Akrog doubts the Tusk Hunters would work for the Moonkin.
True, but Zaramak have idea. He talked to Anug, and he tells Zaramak of smart Brittlebone scrapper who live not far from temple, in shelter in the wild. Apparently he shape all kind of things, weapons, traps, even creatures of iron that move all by themselves. Anug also say that Brittlebone scrapper have not left his shelter for moons, and no one know why. Zaramak think maybe Chieftain can...
Convince him to help them. He said people made of iron?
Like, what they call, golems?
Golems.
Right, them. They move and crush very strong.
Maybe the Moonkin could also find cruelty there.
Cruelty?
Never mind. Tell Akrog more about this scrapper.
Well, Zaramak already say most. They say he very, very good. So good that even Brittlebone chieftains come to him to have him forge their weapons.
How is Akrog supposed to convince him? Brittlebones hate trolls.
True, but he not shape weapon for Brittlebones for years. So maybe he grow tired of kin? Zaramak know not. Also, if he listen not, Chieftain can just drag him here by his tusks.
Teeth. Brittlebones have no tusks.
Ah, same thing.
All right. Akrog will look for this Brittlebone scrapper.
Good. Chieftain have map, no? Here, that where he should march. It take them half day to get there, but Zaramak sure it worth it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chieftain.
Same to Zaramak.
Okay, so we can unlock upgrades for buildings, and we should also be able to talk with Zaramak to get more weapons. But this is something I really like. Getting some resources on our RTS missions and then bringing it back to our camp. We can make the heart of the tribe stronger. Okay, what else would we get here? Training a scrapper. Yeah, I mean the smasher is our basic unit, so... It's probably a wise choice. Building a food patch, also good. Huh. Doing twice the work. You know what? Yeah, but let's do that for trees, can we? Yeah, we'll chop trees, doing twice the work, that's good. Also for stone, so our economy works better. Yeah, I think I'll just focus on the smashers. Making them cheaper or making them stronger. Yeah, let's get the hitting camp to require fewer resources. Training a warrior in the hitting camp takes less time. Yeah, definitely. They are our basic unit, but they take ages to recruit. Fight huts. Food patches will be nice, but to build a stonebreaker, yeah, this will save us a lot of resources early on, so let's get it. Good. Let's see what Zaramak has.
Got scrap for Zaramak?
Oh, more dialogue? I think we've already talked about this with him, didn't we?
Zaramak must shape something.
Okay, we can dismantle a lot of this stuff. Can we? Yeah, we'll only dismantle stuff we don't need. Quest item? Okay. All of this old stuff we can sell as well. Okay. Now, what can we use here? Root crush stick. Our equipment is pretty bad, but again, I should just get some better armor. Reduced attribute requirements, that's good. But it's gonna take away all of our resources. Mainly, just Ekrog would be... Zazka would be nice for him to have a better weapon. But I'm not sure we can access it yet. A throwing spear, we have that already. This is the same, basically. Yeah, I don't think we can do much. Unless we can give him some armor, but I don't think we can. Grungwar. Nope. Yeah, for now I think we'll just go with maybe an armor for Ekrog. Let's get the best armor we can give him. I could save resources for this one, but I'll give this one to Noag later. Oh, wait, Noag can use this one. Huh, yeah, definitely. Let's give it to Noag. And we can try and get another to Ekrog, can we? Not the best, but it's something. Zazka and Grungwar will suffer for a bit, but at least these guys, they will be tanking, so we need them to be strong. Good, now he's a serious threat. He's always a threat, but this way he's a much bigger threat. Okay, do we talk to Zaramak anymore?
Chieftain, got scrap for Zaramak?
I think we already talked to him, so let's go on.
Sharp tusks, thick hide. Oh, lots of scrap, chieftain.
Let Zazka get a
Rock bone crusher.
Nerbok One Eye. Magua praise. Ekrog just wanted to tell Nerbok. It was the right choice to strike a pact with the stranger. Without the strength of Zarek's cub, the Moonkin will die.
The Moonkin have survived for 1,000 moons. But that was because someone great led them. But this is not even about Zarek's cub or this brittle-bone hexer. Grungwar may whine about the traditions and Zarek abandoning the trolls all he wants. Nerbok cares for solutions, and Zazka is right. This might be one, even if Nerbok is still hesitant to believe anything good could ever come out of that cuckoo's mouth.
Zazka is a moonkin. Chieftain Narjak decided so, and Zazka has done more for the tribe than many bloodkin.
Disgrace Mugwar's name with his stupid jokes he mings. Tusks, Nerbok admires his trusted one's patience. This and Akrok's chieftainhood are the two things Nerbok and Grungwar will never agree on.
Okay. Challenging him now seems a bit weak for a troll, but again, they would kill each other if they would be acting like real trolls.
Fine. Akrog made mistakes, and maybe he will make mistakes again, but that is what being a chieftain is about. But every single cursed mistake he will make will be because he wants the best for the tribe. It will not always be the right one, no, but it will never be a selfish one.
Akrog is good with words.
Because he speaks true.
Fine.
Fine.
Prove it. Prove that he has earned this by helping the tribe. Prove that his words are true. Then they will speak again. Now, is there anything else, Chieftain? If not, Nerbok's crush stick needs fixing.
Yikes, yeah.
Great warrior Nerbok.
Akrog. Take a closer look.
This place. Thinks Nerbok it is easily defended should the hunters find them.
Depends on how many hunters, but it is sturdy enough. Nerbok will do his best.
Good. Akrog is counting on him.
Do that.
It is not clear to Akrog why two such different trolls became trusted ones. They are so...
different?
It is true.
Well, that is exactly why they are trusted ones. Only a weak-minded troll looks for someone who supports every decision he makes. A good trusted one challenges his other on his views and thoughts, the way a good training battle challenges his skill with a crush stick.
Nice and short. I do like Nerbok.
That is all for now.
Again, that's it. And
Go there.
let's go talk to the stranger one last time so we can deliver that tablet.
What next?
I think we're now ready to move on to other missions, but yeah, it took us an hour. But we are done with the dialogue.
Chieftain Akrog,
Probably.
Oh, I can't deliver to him? Not yet.
All right.
Okay.
farewell is a classic.
Now.
I was sure we had one. 2 stone tablets. Okay, that's fine.
Chieftain, how can Grungwar help?
Oh, forget about it. Oh, we still have more.
That is it for now. Akrog must go.
Of course, the duty awaits.
We still have more dialogue?
By Mugwa's sparkling udders. The chieftain deems the Zazka will not stop him.
Big blood. He needs...
That is...
Chieftain, how can Grungwar help?
Well,
Akrog has some bone dust for Grungwar's plant.
Grungwar was about to ask. He saw Akrog collect it. Let him see. Ha! See? It works! The leaf unwilted, and its hex power grew stronger.
It is true. Akrog can feel it. How can it work so fast?
This is a blessed plant, Chieftain. They should find more of this, though. The more bone dust they find, the better.
All right.
okay. Interrupt an enemy. Okay. Where is it exactly?
Grungwar is ready.
Okay, that's probably something for later. Can we give this to... Grungwar? No, we cannot.
Akrog has been wondering about this a long time. How decided Grungwar and Nerbok to form the bond of trust?
That is a difficult question. Grungwar is not certain they ever truly decided it. When two trolls go through enough together, something like that simply happens.
That is not quite true, is it? One must still decide to form the bond of trust.
One must ask the question, and the other must agree it is true. But the kinship and the trust, that grows on its own.
So Grungwar and Nerbok have been through much together.
Oh, far too much. Even the greatest warrior needs the support of an elder to mend his wounds. And without Nerbok's mastery of the crush stick, he would have died many times. Nerbok was death, and Grungwar was life. And together, nothing could stand in their way.
When was the first time Grungwar and Nerbok fought together? Can Grungwar remember?
Oh, he can. It is hundreds of moons ago, but the images are still there, clear in Grungwar's mind. A pack of greenskins ambushed the Moonkin while they were feasting in Magwa's honor. Taken by surprise, the warriors were slow to react. But not Nerbok. His crush stick was in his hand as soon as the greenskins attacked.
So the greenskins snuck past the eyes?
No. They killed them. Every single one. It was a well-planned attack, and even though the old Eyemaster at the time did everything right, the greenskins were simply too quick and too cunning. Akrog's sire, Noag, was away on a hunt. That is probably why they picked that night. Looking back, Grungwar realizes that battle might have well been the end of the Moonkin, if not for Nerbok. He fought back the first pack of the greenskins, and when they retreated, he ran after them.
Alone?
Alone. It was reckless and bold, and even with his strength and skill, Grungwar knew Nerbok would not survive. So he followed them, even though the kin all urged him to stay back.
And they won. They killed all those greenskins by themselves.
Ha! Not even Noag could have done that. No, they killed not all of them. But Nerbok's crush stick and Grungwar's totems bought the rest of the tribe time to prepare. The other warriors joined in, and the greenskins fled. After the battle, Grungwar and Nerbok always stayed together in a fight. There was not even anything ceremonial about it. They just did, because it felt right. Alone, they were one great warrior and one powerful elder. Together, they were unstoppable. Listen to old Grungwar ramble on. That comes with age, he supposes. One prefers to dwell in the days when the hide was less thin and the tusks less brittle.
Akrog understands that depending on each other in a battle can form that kind of bond. But is the trust still there after the battle?
Well, certainly not for everyone. But for Grungwar and Nerbok it was, it is true. The more time they spent with each other, the more they realized that it was not only in battle where they enhanced each other so well. Nerbok is fierce, when Grungwar is sometimes too reluctant. And Grungwar is calm, when Nerbok is sometimes too hot-headed. Come to think of it, it is not too different from Zazka and Akrog.
That is true. Akrog understands. And who decided to strike the bond of trust then? Was it Grungwar?
No, it was Nerbok. After the death of his sires.
He lost his sires.
Oh, it is another dark tale. Nerbok's sires were killed by brittlebone hunters and left to rot under the sun. Every troll is kin. But Grungwar must not tell Akrog that losing a same blood often hurts worse, no matter how honorable a troll is. For Nerbok, it was terrible, and he blamed himself. His sires had been very old by then, unable to defend themselves, and he had been out protecting some Moonkin workers. He had not even the chance to say farewell.
Akrog imagines Grungwar helped him through his grief.
He tried his best. Grungwar will not lie. It was not easy. Nerbok refused to talk and got angry quickly. But Grungwar just stayed and waited, ready to listen. It took a long time, but finally, Nerbok spoke.
What said he?
Many things, which Grungwar will keep to himself. But he remembers the 2 words Nerbok ended on, and he always will. Never again. Nerbok swore never to let another kin be killed by a brittlebone, and that was it. A day later, Nerbok asked Grungwar to be his trusted one. Grungwar accepted without batting an eyelid.
Akrog sees. He thanks Grungwar for sharing this.
Gladly. Anything to help Akrog see that Nerbok is not the mean-spirited rot-tusk Akrog thinks he is.
Akrog never said he was a rot tusk.
But he thought it, and it is fine. Grungwar would probably feel the same way if he were in Akrog's hide. Just remember, there is often more to a kin than meets the eye.
Akrog believes Grungwar never told him. Where learned he to read?
Perhaps the chieftain asked before, but Grungwar wanted not to tell. Is that right?
Well, it is true. But Grungwar need not tell if you would rather not. Akrog understands.
No. Akrog is chieftain now, and Grungwar feels comfortable to share this. Just understand that he might leave out certain details. It is a long and dark tale.
Of course.
Well then, let them get this over with. Grungwar was a slave of the Brittlebones. The Dark Elves of Shaldun, to be precise.
Grungwar was a slave. That is...
shocking. Disgraceful. Grungwar knows. Yet it happened. He was a freshly born cubling back then, and he was on the way back to the tribe camp with 4 eyes who had taken him to a shrine of Magua for her blessing, one of them being his sire. They accidentally stumbled into a dark elf camp, and, well...
They took them prisoner.
They killed Grungwar's sire, and one of the eyes, Barnak, and took Grungwar and the other eye with him.
Always nice to hear Shaldun, at least Shaldun mentioned.
Akrog is sorry to hear that.
It is fine.
So, he was a slave.
The other eye, Maka, was made one. And Grungwar never saw her again. Grungwar, on the other hand, was given to some dark elf chieftain, an Archon, as they call them. Zahal Tuwar was his name.
And that dark elf Archon taught Grungwar how to read.
Far from it, no. That dark elf Archon tossed Grungwar into a dungeon with a dozen other interesting specimens, and forgot about him. But that is not the point of this story. What matters is that Grungwar grew very weak in that dungeon. You will not lie, chieftain. It was a dark time. There was no ray of sunlight, and every day felt the same. Like a black swamp that went on forever. It would have probably been the end of Grungwar, if not for that one servant. The doe she was. To this day, Grungwar knows her name not.
A brittlebone doe helped him.
At first, she only brought him food every other day. But after a while, she came more often. It is shameful to admit these feelings for a brittlebone, but Grungwar was so grateful to her. He wanted to thank her, but he could not, because he had not even learned to speak. So she taught him, with scratching and pointing.
Scratching and pointing. That was enough for Grungwar to learn so much.
Well, the chieftain must remember that Grungwar was in that dungeon for a very long time. With each of her visits, he started to repeat the sounds she made. And he studied the scratchings in the dust until they made sense. He learned only simple things at first, but with time, the words got more complex. And she even brought him simple Dark Elven stories to read. It was a strange time.
Looking back on it now, Grungwar often wonders if it all really happened. But it did. And Grungwar's knowledge is the totem of that.
And how was Grungwar freed?
That is another painful, long story. And one Grungwar would rather not share right now. He hopes the chieftain understands.
Again, at least he mentioned the title of Archon. And Zaltur? Or Zartur? The Archon he mentioned. I think that's the one we actually fight against in the Breath of Winter campaign. The Moon City, I think? Huh. Interesting. At least, probably one of the most interesting things in this video, from all this dialogue.
And what about that kind, brittle-boned servant? Saw Grungwar her ever again?
No, because she died. The Archon had her killed when he found out what she had done. They're vile beings, these Dark Elves, Chieftain. Even worse than the Tusk Hunters. But let them not talk more about it, no. Grungwar is... he feels like he has told enough.
All right. Akrog understands.
Nice. I just love having the proper Dark Elves mentioned. And especially the Crimson Empire.
Akrog wants to understand why Nerbok despises Akrog so much. Akrog knows Nerbok had high hopes of becoming chieftain after Sire Narjak. But is that all there is to it?
The truth is, Grungwar knows not.
Well, he must have some idea. Grungwar and Nerbok have been trusted ones for... how long?
Almost 400 moons now. To answer his question, perhaps it has to do with the way Nerbok chooses to respect.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, ever since Grungwar has known Nerbok, he was all about earning respect through deeds. There's nothing Nerbok respects more than someone who earned his position in the tribe through strength and tenacity. And it is not only about judging others. Nerbok has the same thinking about himself. Early on, before he became the great warrior, he would spend every single day with his crush stick, practicing. And while he was not ashamed of getting wounded, he was ashamed when he thought it was a mistake easily avoided. Tusks, thinking about it. He was so restless, Chieftain. Every day he would wake up long before sunup and practice.
And then, a green cubling who hears voices in the wind comes along and becomes chieftain just because he shares Narjak's blood.
It is true. Grungwar knows Akrog has worked hard and bled a lot for the tribe. But he imagines that in Nerbok's eyes, it was not anywhere near enough to deserve such an honor.
Right. Does make some sense.
And can Grungwar think of anything Akrog could do to convince Nerbok he is worthy?
Nothing more than what Grungwar already said. Be a leader who is deserving. And from what Grungwar can tell, Akrog seems to be on the right path. Madman Brittlebone plan or not. Nerbok will come around, Chieftain. There is nothing he treasures more than the tribe. And the moment he realizes Akrog feels the same, he will learn to respect Akrog. Grungwar can feel it.
That is it for now. Akrog must go.
Of course, duty awaits.
Okay, that's quite a bit of dialogue. Probably the most we'll get out of this campaign. It's not that I don't enjoy it, it's just that it's a bit too much. It's a lot of lore dumps, and not the good kind of lore. I enjoy it, but not the best. Is he chasing us? Oh, that's a pity. I thought he would be following us. Would be nice to also have followers around,
Akrog is listening.
just like SpellForce 1 and 2 had, but unfortunately we don't. So, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed some of it. I guess the Archon story made me a bit happier.
What next?
So, yeah. Join me next time when we actually do something instead of just talking to everyone around. These trolls talk more than humans, elves or dwarves, So thanks a lot for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.